Oh, so weekly update. Um, in terms, let's talk about the books I've bought, what I've been reading, and so on. So, in terms of books I've bought, I try to make like not that bad because sorry with cold. I can't. I don't believe in bands, buying bands like some other people do, but I want to do uh, buy less books. So in this month, I'm going to buy a couple of books from some authors that I enjoyed. Then I have got, of course, the Broken Binding stuff that I purchased because of the subscription, and the all Black Library stuff that comes out. But the remaining stuff, I'm going to buy less books from authors I don't know or I don't well that I don't follow. That's why in this last month, I already purchased my monthly books, if you can call it that. I've purchased a couple of F. Paul Wilson's novels. I've bought some the last book that I was missing by Dennis McKiernan, The Stolen Ground. I also bought a couple of two books from Harry Turtledove, and then I purchased a collection of novels by Robert Adams, The Horse Clans. They were in. I found out that like a compilation. It was like 18 novels for $65, so it was a very good deal. Apart from that, I purchased some Darcy Coates novels, author that I recently read and enjoy a lot, so I purchased it. And my goal is going to be like that. So if I enjoyed, if I enjoyed a book, I will purchase more from that author, but not going to buy a lot of books from one author that I've never read or something like that. That I'm not going to do. So, having said this, what did I purchase this month? Well, I pre-ordered, not purchased. I pre-ordered a couple of novels. One was Machine Vendetta by Alistair Reynolds. This is the third book in the Perfect Dreyfus Emergency. This was before I made this promise to myself, and I've not read any Alistair Reynolds novels, and I've got all of them. So that's it. What can I do? Then Ryan C. Thomas, The Summer I Died. This is the first of a trilogy. The next two books I will be receiving a couple of weeks from now, probably next week. Daryl Schweinster, We Are All Legends. I recently read a review of this guy talking that this is probably the best swords and sorcery stuff out there, so I had to get it. It cost like $10, so that's it. And then I purchased some Jeremy Robinson novels. I recently read one I enjoy a lot. I've got some others, and so I've seen those these in Amazon, so I purchased them. Basically, this is the second novel, Project Maigo, by from the project Island 721 and project I don't know how it's called, Kaiju novels, Project Nemesis. I have got the first one. This is the second one. Project 731 is the third one. Project Hyperion is the fourth one, and Project Legion is the fifth one. I've also got two independent, not independent published, but solo novels by him, The Divide and The Distance. So I'm going to, in a couple of months, probably collect all of them as I go. So it is like another palate cleanser kind of author. Having said this, so what did I read? Well, I did finish 3 novels. It was a very, very good week. The first one I finished was Three Hearts and Three Lions by Paul Anderson. I must be honest and say that I didn't read it through. I read like the first 70 pages, which is half of the book, and then I just skip a couple of pages and so on, because this book is very, very bad to me. So my problem with it is, like, first of all, the writing is dated, the story is very dated, it's very slow, it's very boring compared with what we have nowadays. Like, and I made this comparison before. Imagine you are like a guy from my age, you are like 40 or 50 years, and you grew up with A-Team and other MacGyver and something like that, and then try to watch that today, and you see the difference. After watching Game of Thrones, House, stuff like that, and now trying to change back to MacGyver or so, one episode it could be good. You can, reminiscence of what you your infancy, the nostalgia factor, but trying to watch a season of it, you get bored, and unless you like those kind of stuff. And I've read these and I didn't enjoy it all. I'm sorry. I know it's a classic. I know that not that many people rate it 5 stars, but and I acknowledge that the book is important in fantasy. Okay, this was written in the 50s, so prior Lord of the Rings, so it's important one. Is it good? I'm afraid not. That's my opinion, okay? The second one was Flowers in the Attic by Virginia Andrews. This is also an old book. I tried to read this for horror, but it's not horror at all. This is psychological horror, if you wish. Basically, we have got these kids. Okay, we had this family, a woman, a man, and 4 children, and unfortunately, the father died. And these children have to live with their grandmother and grandfather, which hate the mother because she went against the family wishes. The family is very rich, so the idea is that the father she will try to convince her father to be on the wheel again and to receive all the money. And he is very old; he will die anytime soon. So let's try to wait a bit until he dies, and then I receive the money and we will be rich. That's her idea. The children, I like 15, 12, and 2 twins, 5 or 6 years old. And so the idea is to live in the attic, Flowers in the Attic, and to live, there, hidden from the father, the grandfather in this case, from the people that work in the mansion. The only person that knows is the grandmother, which is an awful human being to them. We will soon discover the reason why she hates them so much, and why they took out of her from the wheel. And it was okay. This is a very old book, so probably not the spoilery stuff. I don't know if this is this is not here. I'm not going to say why, but basically there are some topics here that some people may be offended by. Okay, some stuff happening between brothers and sisters and family and so on. So, but this is not horror. Okay, this is psychological stuff, dealing with this kind of youngsters in the attics alone all the time, and not 1 week as they intended before, or a month, but years, and they grew, and their bodies grew, and so on. So you can see where this is going. This is not a full completed novel, to be honest. After I finished, I immediately wanted to start the second one, which I didn't, but I probably will in the next few months, because this story ends. Okay, it's an ending that I can live with it, but I won't because they want revenge, and so revenge is going to start again. Um, this is a very good novel, to be honest. One of my favorites this month. Another good book that I read in a couple of days, like 3 days, I believe. Well, 2 sittings, but 3 days, was First Contact, a novel by Peter Caldron. I don't know if this is how it's pronounced. My Sweet Satan. This is a great scientific novel. Peter does. He has like 26 novels. I think there are 26 novels with the First Contact. They are not connected in any way, besides the idea they are first contact with another species or another kind of being. I believe 2 of them are connected because I've read the synopsis, and two of them are connected, but the remaining ones are not. And this one is not connected to anything, as far as I knew. This is interesting stuff, and interesting sci-fi, where a group of 6 individuals come from Earth to Saturn, one of the moons of Saturn, which because some strange recording has been captured by a pro, saying some stuff, and they know that something is there. The problem is that they don't know what is there, and this recording is saying stuff that can be. It's preoccupied, okay? It's preoccupied the hurt, because basically it says, "I want to live and die for you, my glorious Satans." Okay, so, and there are some more words, but basically it's that. And so, as soon as they discover that, they try to understand what should they do. Okay, we have different visions there. You've got a guy that perhaps they want to explode the ship, and the First Contact, well, being that. There is people that want to return to Earth and to see what they can do, and there are a couple of them that want to continue with their mission. The problem is that this thing is in Saturn, so a message will take a long time to get there and pay back. I believe they said 15 hours. I don't know. Maybe I'm mistaken, but it's 15 hours. So they try to decide, and we've got this interesting character, the main character, Jasmine or Jazz or something like that, which is awakened from deep sleep, and she doesn't remember where she is. Okay, she doesn't remember anything that happened in the last 20 years. And so as the story progresses, we get more stuff. We have some glimpses of a machine, of a computer, AI, that reminds a lot of HAL from Arthur C. Clarke 2001. And then when the story ends, we get the glimpse of the First Contact. And it's interesting. More interesting that the First Contact was the journey there, the interaction between the characters and their point of views, plus the IA, or IA, depends on what country you are, but basically artificial intelligence. They're like a computer. Do they have feelings? Do they want to live? And so on. It's very strange things. But as the story progresses, you learn more what I'm talking about. I'm not going to spoil. Sorry, I already said kind of spoiler, but it's interesting to see this kind of covers. I don't think it's got spoilers, because if you read the synopsis, they said it's a connection to 2001 Space Odyssey, so you know what kind of stuff it's there. It's very good, to be honest. I really enjoyed it so much that I already purchased 2 more novels from him. Going to be delivered next week, probably going to read in the next few months, but that's another author that I'm going to collect. Probably if I enjoy one more book, I will collect the rest of the remaining books. So today is the 26th of September, so 4 more days. What I'm going to read in the next few days. Okay, I'm going to finish The Firm by John Grisham. This is the first book I've read from him. I'm enjoying so far. I've read, like last week, this 66 pages, and then I stopped because I want to finish this once. And my goal of the month is done. Okay, I've read the books that I was supposed to do. So my goal is to finish this and start next month. Probably start to finish this one and to advance in the other one I have got there to finish Crowfall. So far, I'm really enjoying this month. I finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and probably 9 books, which is pretty good, I guess. So yeah, that's it. Really appreciate if you have any questions, doubts, if you want to talk about the books you've been reading. I would really appreciate. Okay, thank you, and have a nice day.